dear students, I will show you how to find the solution of higher order differential equation. Until that we were discussing about the first order and first degree differential equation only. Now the degree will be 1, but when the order is higher, then how we will approach, how we will find the roots, okay? Because it's clearly it's exactly related to CF only, right? CF means how we will find the roots of the auxiliary equation. I will show you. Okay, so to find the roots of the higher order differential equation, there are 3 points which you should know before approaching the higher order differential equation. The first thing will be, dear students, that definitely we will have a differential equation more than 2 order, right? So you can say the first thing, and the these points exactly you can write down as a keynote, right? Because these points are the keynote of higher order differential equation. Okay, so let me write down, every third degree equation must contain at least one real root. Every third degree equation must contain, dear students, at least one real root. Okay, there should be one real root whenever we have a equation which is exactly more than third order, or every third degree or more equation will always have at least one real root. Now the second part is, what if sum of all the coefficients equals to 0? If sum of all the coefficients, I will show you how. Okay, whenever we have a differential equation, we will check the sum of each and every coefficient. So if sum of all the coefficients equals to 0, then we will say m is equals to 1, satisfy the equation, or we can say m minus 1 is a root of that equation. Because ultimately when we have a cubic equation, or when we have an equation with having the power 4, so it's actually a typical task to find the roots of that particular equation. So it's particular, this lecture is only and only for finding higher ordered differential equation roots. Okay, so what you have to approach, you have to first of all see that particular higher order differential equation. Then you will see that if sum of all the coefficients in that particular equation is sum of all the coefficients equals to 0, then you will say, dear students, that m is equals to 1, satisfy the equation. Okay, if sum of all the coefficient is equals to 0, then definitely m is equals to 1, satisfy the equation. Then we will say m minus 1 will be a factor of that particular differential equation. Okay, now you can think, and even you can ask, dear students, that ma'am, if sum of all the coefficient is not equals to 0, then what happen for that? Let me show you. If sum of a coefficient is not equals to 0, then we will check for the sum of coefficients of even powers, and we will check the sum of the coefficient of odd powers also. Okay, yes. So if sum of coefficients of even powers equals to the sum of coefficients of odd power, then we will say that m is equals to minus 1, satisfy the solution, or m is equals to minus 1, satisfy the equation, or we can say m plus 1 is a factor. So we have only and only 2 cases. The first case is either the sum of all the coefficients is equals to 0. When it is equals to 0, we will say that, okay, the solution will be m is equals to 1 only, or we can say that when the solution will be m is equals to 1, it means m is equals to minus 1 is a factor. Yes, exactly. Okay, m is equals to 1 is a solution only, or m minus 1 is a factor. Yes, when we don't have each and every coefficient, sum of all coefficient is equals to 0, then we will go for the even and odd powers, right? So we will check if sum of coefficients of even powers and sum of coefficient of odd powers are equal, then you will say, dear students, that m is equals to minus 1, satisfy the equation. Okay, and in that case you will say m plus 1 is a factor. Done. So now let's approach with an example. I will show you example, and we will have discussion on 2-3 questions based on this concept, so that it will be definitely clear in your mind. Okay guys, now let's start with this one. So the question will be written as like this only. So find the solution of d3y by dx, 3 minus 3dy by dx plus 2y is equals to 0. Now you can clearly see, dear students, this is exactly a higher order differential equation. How you can say higher order? Because here we can see easily that earlier which we discussed in the CF, okay, and we discussed when we were discussing the solution of differential equation, there will be not at all a differential equation whose power was 3. but here we can see the power is starting with the power is 3 only. So definitely it's a higher order differential equation. So first of all, we have to approach with the auxiliary equation. Let's find the auxiliary equation for this one. So we can write down d cube minus 3d plus 2 is equals to 0 plus 2y is equals to 0. Okay, it's 2. So if you want to find out the auxiliary equation, you can find the auxiliary equation, and the auxiliary equation will be m cube minus 3m plus 2 is equals to 0. Now here we are having a task. Here we are having a task that how to find the solution or how to find the roots of this equation. So for this equation we are having always two types of solution. We can find the roots with the help of two methods. I will show you the first method which you used to do in the class 10th or 11th, which you used to do in the class 10th or 11th, dear student. Let me show you. Okay, in the particular in the 11th only. Let me show you. M cube minus 3m plus 2 is equals to 0. Yes, as you already told that when we have an equation whose sum of all the coefficient is equals to sorry guys. So when we have an equation whose sum of all the coefficient is equals to 0, then we can say m is equals to 1 is a root. Okay, so here do we have the sum of all the coefficient is equals to 0? Let's check. Here the coefficient is 1, here the coefficient is minus 3, here the coefficient is 2. When you add 2 plus 1, it will be 3, and it is equals to 3 minus 3, it will be 0. Yes, exactly. So we can see and we can definitely approach that sum of all the coefficients here will be 0, right? So when the sum of all the coefficient is equals to 0, we can say hence for this cubic equation definitely we will have 3 roots. Among those 3 roots we can approach for the one root directly, that hence we can say m is equals to 1 is a solution of this one. Okay, or you can say m minus 1 is a factor of this equation. Yes, exactly. Now one thing we got. Now what about the remaining two? For finding the remaining two solution, we have two methods. The first is called the synthetic division method. I will show you, and the second one is a simple method which you used to deal in the class 11th. I will show you those two methods. So let's have discussion on this one. M cube minus 3m plus 2 is equals to 0. Okay, yes, as from here we get to know that m minus 1 is a factor. So we can write down here m minus 1. We want cubic equation, so we have to write down m minus 1, m minus 1, m minus 1 3 times only. Okay, when we have to make exactly we have to make this equation from the factor m minus 1. So we will write down m minus 1, m minus 1, m minus 1 3 times. Okay, so first of all I have to make m cube, so I will multiply this first factor will be m square. Okay, and whatever be the multiplication I will write down here. This is just a rough portion. Okay, this is just for the cross check process. Okay, so m cube, m square minus 1, it will be m square into m, it will be m cube. M square minus 1, it will be m square, right? Here you can see easily we don't have any term of m square. It means we have to remove this m square. Yes, definitely. It means I can multiply this m with the m only. Yes. So when I multiply with this one, it will be m square and minus m. Yes, m square and m square will be cancelled out. I will get m cube, which is my requirement. And here again I am getting minus m, but my requirement is what? I want minus 3m. Okay, I have minus 1m, I want minus 3m. It means I need more minus 2m. So I can multiply here with the minus 2, only minus 2. We will not multiply with m. So because when we multiply with minus 2 to m, it will be minus 2m. Yes, and minus plus 2 we are having exactly. You can see when you write down this completely, you will get the exact equation which you were having in the starting. Yes, clear? So from here we can say this is the method number 1, dear students, right? So from here we can say after this step we will write down m square. Okay, we can take m minus 1, m minus 1, m minus 1 as a common. It will be m minus 1 and it will be m square plus m minus 2 is equals to 0, dear students. When we approach it, m minus 1, m square plus m minus 2 is equals to 0 we are having. Yes, exactly. So when we approach it, m minus 1, we are having, we can say directly m is equals to 1 is a root. Yes, okay. Now what about the m square plus m minus 2? We have to do the factor of m square plus m minus 2. Okay. So we can say m square plus m minus 2 is equals to 0. Again we are having, yes. So for m square plus m minus 2, we have to find the factor of this equation, and we know very well we have to find those two values whose multiplication will be minus 2 and the sum will be plus 1. So we can write down here, it will be m square minus m, okay, it will be minus plus 2m minus m minus 2 is equals to 0. So we can write down it is m plus 1 and m plus 2 is equals to 0, guys. So we will get from here, I think it will be minus m, okay, minus 1, so minus 1 and plus 2. So from here we will get m is equals to 1 and m is equals to minus 2. So from here we will get 3 roots, exactly the 3 roots will be, we can conclude m is equals to 1, again m is equals to 1, yes, and again m is equals to minus 2. So these 3 will be my final answer. So I will get these 3 roots, dear students. Done. It's simply approachable, easily we can go for these things. Okay, done. Now this is the first method which I was discussing about. This was the first method, not second. This was the first method. Now what will be the second method for this one? Let me show you. The second method is called the synthetic division method, dear students, and I will show you. You can easily approach with that method. Okay, so let me write down the equation first. We were having m cube minus 3m plus 2 is equals to 0. So whatever the equation you are having, you have to write down there only. Now when we approach it, what it will become? We have to write down the coefficient of each and every term, started with the higher and ended with the constant. We will write down the coefficient of each and every term, started with the higher and ended with the constant. So it will be m cube, the coefficient of m cube will be 1. Here we don't have any square term, so coefficient of square will be 0. Then the third one will be the coefficient of constant, means the power 1 will be minus 3 and the coefficient will be 2 only. Yes, so you can say it is 1, 0, minus 3 and 2. So m is the coefficient of higher power, means the cubic form. 0 is the coefficient of square term. 1 minus 3 is the coefficient of power 1 term, and 2 is as it is the constant, right? So we will write down here only. Okay, now you have to make like this, and as we already got here the sum of all the coefficient is equals to 0, so m is equals to 1 is already one solution we are having, right? So for this we are having already m is equals to 1 is a solution, so that's why I write down here m is equals to 1. Now let's approach it, guys. Let's focus on this and approach it. It's a very good method to approach. So what you will write down? You will write down here m is equals to 1 is a solution, right? You will write down 0 here. Okay, in each and every question you will write down the very first term as 0 only, so it will be 0 only. Okay, now let's approach. 1 plus 0 is 1 only. Okay, 1 plus 0 is 1 only. 1 into 1 means for the upper and the lower term you have to do addition, and for these two terms, these cross terms, you have to do multiplication. So 1 plus 0 is 1 only. 1 into 1 is 1. The result will be written here only. Okay, again repeat the process. 0 plus 1 is 1 only. 1 into 1 will be 1 only. We have to write here only. Minus 3 plus 1 will be minus 2 only. 1 into minus 2 will be the result, minus 2 only. 2 minus 2 will be 0 only. When we get 0, we can remove this one. Whenever we get 0, we will remove that one. Exactly, we remove that 0. Now let's approach to again m is equals to 1. Now why I am writing again m is equals to 1? Because just look at the coefficients which we are having, 1, 1 and minus 2. You can see here again 1 plus 1 is 2 and 2 minus 2 is 0. So again you are having sum of the coefficient as is equals to 0. So that's why you can repeat m is equals to 1. Okay. Now let's approach with the same manner, same method. So what will be the result? Let me show you. Here we will write down 0 first as it is. 1 plus 0 will be 1, 1 into 1 will be 1, 1 plus 1 will be 2, 1 into 2 will be 2, minus 2 plus 2 will be 0, hence we can remove 0. Now look at the coefficients 1 and 2. Here we are not having sum of the coefficient as 0. So we can leave here only. Okay, remember one thing. We started with the cubic form, yes. Then when we approach to the after first step, we will have, okay, we got the square term, and after that we got the linear term. So that's why it is the linear. So whenever so many steps we were discussing. So whenever we have the first step completed, it means we are done with the cubic form. When we have the second step completed, it means we can go for the square term. And when we are completed with the third term, it means we are done with the linear term. So that's why here we are having linear term. So it will be m plus 2 is equals to 0, my dear students. From here we are having three factors. You can see the first factor is m is equals to 1. Yes, m is equals to 1, the second factor, and m plus 2 is equals to 0. So it will be m is equals to minus 2 only. Yes, exactly. So we can say the roots of this particular equation will be m is equals to 1, 1 and minus 2. So that's why it will be your final answer. Is it clear, guys? So this is the second method through which we can approach a higher order differential equation, and my suggestion will be this method only. You should go with this method, because this method is not so convenient. Why? Because here in this particular question we are having power as a 3. Suppose if we are having power 5, then you have to do this process 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So it will be definitely time taking, and it will create confusion. So that's why my suggestion is that you can go with this method only. I will show you more questions related to this method. So let's approach one more question. Okay, let's approach here only, guys. Let me tell you 2 or 3 more questions so that it will be clear in your mind. Let's approach to the question number 2, and the question is here we will discuss the power 4 question. Find the solution of d power 4 minus 2d cube plus 2d minus 1y is equals to 0. Now exactly I write down the equation in a shortest form only. Okay, if you feel difficulty, you can write down the equation as d4y by dx4 minus 2d3 d cube y by dx cube, right, plus 2dy by dx, yes, and minus y is equals to 0. So exactly we can say this is the equation we are having, right? Okay, now let's approach for the solution. So this is the equation, we have to find the solution. So let me write down the auxiliary equation first of all. The auxiliary equation is m power 4 minus 2m cube plus 2m minus 1 is equals to 0. Let's look at the coefficients. Is the coefficient sum of all the coefficient is equals to 0 or not? Let's look at. Here the coefficient is 1, minus 2, plus 2, minus 1. Is it? 2 plus 1 is 3, minus 2 minus 1 is equals to 3, minus 3. So it will be 0 only. Yes. So hence we can say we can approach the same thing which we discussed in the last question. Means when the sum of coefficient is equals to 0, when we have sum of coefficients is equals to 0, yes, we can say m is equals to 1 is a solution of this already, or m minus 1 is a factor. Yes, exactly we can say. So here for this power 4 equation we are having one root. Exactly we know very well, from here we will get 4 roots, but among those 4 roots we are having one root directly, which is m is equals to 1. Okay, now let's approach it, guys. So when we proceed to the m is equals to 1, what becomes? Let's have discussion. So we will write down the coefficient started with the power 4. The coefficient is 1, then power 3. Coefficient is minus 2, power 2 we don't have, so it will be 0, power 1, the coefficient will be 2, and the constant we are having minus 1. So when we approach it, it will be, when we approach it, right? So 1 minus 2, 0, 2 minus 1, exactly. So we can approach. Give me 1 minute, guys. So what it will become? 1 minus 2, 0, 2 minus 1. Yes, exactly. We are having 1 minus 2, 0, 2 minus 1. M is equals to 1. Okay, let's start with M is equals to 1. So we will write down here 0 only. 1 plus 0 is 1. Let's multiply. 1 into 1 will be 1. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 2. Multiply 1 and minus 2. The result will be minus 2. 0 minus 2 will be minus 2. 1 and minus 2 will be minus 2 only. When we approach 2 and minus 2, it will be 0. Yes, exactly. Okay, just focus on this one. So it will be minus 2, 1 will be minus 2 guys. Yes, when we approach it, it will be 1. Okay, sorry, it's my mistake. It's my mistake. We have to do addition, not multiplication. Sorry guys. So minus 2 plus 1, it will be minus 1. When we approach 1 into minus 1, when we approach 1 into minus 1, it will be minus 1. Hence 0 minus 1 will be minus 1. 1 into minus 1, it will be minus 1. 2 minus 1, it will be 1. So 1 into 1 will be 1 only. Minus 1 plus 1 will be 0. So it will be cancel out. Yes. So earlier we started with the power 4. Now we are at the stage of power 3. Let's check again the sum of coefficient is 0 or not. 1 minus 1 0 minus 1 plus 1 0. So it's again 2 minus 2 is equals to 0 only. So we can conclude here again m is equals to 1 is a factor, dear students. So when we have m is equals to 1 as a factor, it will be 0. 1 plus 0 is 1 only. 1 into 1 will be 1 only. Minus 1 plus 1 will be 0 only. 1 into 0 will be 0 only. Minus 1 plus 0 will be minus 1 only. 1 into minus 1 will be minus 1 only. 1 minus 1 will be 0 only. So we can leave again. We can leave this term again. Yes, exactly. Let's check here again 1 and minus 1. Again the sum of the coefficient is equals to 0. So you can say m is equals to 1 is again a factor, my dear students. It will be 0 again as we already write down. So 1 plus 0 is 1 only. When we multiply 1 into 1, it will be 1. 0 plus 1 will be 1 only. 1 into 1, it will be 1. Minus 1 plus 1 will be 0 only. So hence we started with the power 4. It is for power 3. It is for power 2 and now it is for power 1. So exactly we are having a linear term. We started with the power 4 and here we are having a linear term only. So you can conclude here it's not minus 1, it's plus 1 only guys. It's plus 1 only, right? So you can conclude that here sum of the coefficient is not equals to 0. So we can leave the process. We can stop the process right here only. So when we stop the process, we can say m plus 1 is equals to 0 is a factor. Hence you can say m is equals to minus 1 is a factor. M is equals to minus 1 is a 1 factor. M is equals to 1, 1 and 1. So finally we are having the roots of the equation. So you can write down for the roots of the equation, the roots will be m is equals to 1, 1, 1 and minus 1. You can say the roots will be m is equals to 1, 1, 1 and minus 1, my dear students. Is it clear? Yes, exactly. Is it clear? Yes, exactly. We can approach. So these are the questions exactly you can approach with easily, very easily you can approach. Okay, now the second is done. Let me show you one more question, dear students. Let's have discussion on one more question of the same concept so that you will feel more and more comfortable with the concept. So the concept is crystal clear, I think, in your mind. We can easily approach. Now this time I will show you what happened when the sum of the coefficient is not equals to 0. How we will approach. So let me write down the question for that. D cube, is it visible to you? No, it's not. Let me use the different pen. It's d cube. Find the solution of d cube plus 6d square plus 11d, 6d square plus 11d plus 6 into y is equals to 0. Or you can say the differential equation is exactly d3y by dx3 plus 6 d2y by dx2 plus 11 dy by dx plus 6y is equals to 0. So we are having exactly this equation. We are having exactly this equation. Okay, now let's approach it, guys. So now let's approach it. When we approach it, it will become what? It will become what? So it will be, we can say, let me write down the auxiliary equation of this one. So when we write down the auxiliary equation, it is m cube plus 6m square plus 11m plus 6 into m to the power 0 is equals to 0. Why I write down 0? I will show you guys. Now when we approach to this one, definitely first of all we will go with the first approach which we discussed, that the first of all the sum of the coefficient will be 0, right? So when we check sum of all the coefficient is equals to 0, you can see here we don't have any coefficient is equals to 0. Why? Because there is no negative term. It means the sum of coefficient will not work here. Okay, now what happened to this one? How we will approach? Just look at here. What we will do, dear student, just look at here. This is the what exactly the second term was. Second rule was, if sum of coefficient of even powers equals to the sum of coefficient of odd powers. Now look at here, how many even powers and odd powers we are having. This is the odd power, yeah. This is again the odd power, yes. This is even power, and we know very well the 0 is also even number, right? So we can say the sum of, we will check sum of coefficient of even power. Sum of coefficient of even powers is equals to sum of coefficient of odd powers or not. Sum of coefficient of odd powers. Now let's check here. We know very well m cube means it is a odd power only. So the coefficient of this one is 1 only. Okay. Now this is the odd one. This is the odd one. Now this O is denoting odd. This is the even one. And this is the even one, right? So when we approach, it will be 1 plus 11 only, the sum of coefficient of odd powers. It should equal to sum of the coefficient of even power. It will be 6 plus 6, guys. It will be 12 only. So we will approach for 12 is equals to 12. Yes, exactly. So hence we can say here the sum of coefficient of even powers is equals to the sum of coefficient of odd power. Okay. So here we can conclude one more thing, that whenever the sum of coefficients, sum of all the coefficients is not equals to 0, we will go with this approach. And when we will go with this approach, what happened? Let's have discussion. So it's clearly seen that when we have this case, then m is equals to -1 will be a factor, or m is equals to -1 satisfy this equation, then we will say m plus 1 is a factor of this equation. Okay, so now we will start the same process with the m plus 1 factor. So let me show you how we can go for this one. So let me write down here, the equation is m cube plus 6m square plus 11m plus 6m to the power 0 is equals to 0. Okay, now let's approach it here. So we will start the coefficients, and here we know very well m is equals to -1 satisfy the equation. Yes, exactly. So let's start with the cubic. The coefficient of this one is 1, coefficient of power 2 is 6, coefficient of power 1 is 11, coefficient of 0 is 6, and we don't have any constant term here, yeah. So we can leave that constant. Okay, okay. Now so it will be, yes, so now it will be m is equals to -1 is a factor. We will start with the same process. 0 we will write down here. 1 plus 0 is 1. We have to multiply -1 with 1. It will be -1. 6 into -1 will be 5. -1 into 5, it will be -5. 11 minus 5 will be 6. -1 into 6, it will be -6. Hence it becomes 0 and we can leave that term. It becomes 0 and we can leave that term. Yes, exactly. Now look at here. Now look at here. Do we have again any approach here? So you can say, no ma'am, the sum of coefficient is not equals to 0. Okay. So that was the cubic term. Here we are having square, means we are having here quadratic equation we are having. So when we are not able to approach further, we are not sure that whether m is equals to -1 is a solution of this one or not. And even we are not sure about this one, that whether, because when we approach here 2 plus 1, 5 plus 1 is 6 and 6 is 6. We are not sure for this one. Again we have to we can conclude that whether the equation having the solution as m is equals to 1 or m is equals to -1. So we will approach this quadratic equation only. We know very well how to solve the quadratic equation. It will be 6 is equals to 0. So we will write down the roots as a 3m plus 2m plus 6 is equals to 0. It's a class 7th question. M plus 3 into m plus 2 is equals to 0. Hence we can conclude the roots will be minus 2 and minus 3. Okay. So we can conclude here the roots will be minus 2 and minus 3. Why I approached this one? Because at this stage we are not at all sure about whether the next root will be m is equals to minus 1 or m is equals to plus 1. Means we are not sure about this one whether the sum of the coefficient is equals to 0 or sum of the even powers and odd powers is equals to 0. So that's why we approach like this. Hence we can finally conclude, dear students, the complete roots of this given equation will be m is equals to minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3. Now let me show you. Okay, we each and every time we find the roots, but what happened, we have to find the solution also now. Yes, so the what will be the solution? We know very well when we have the roots of a equation we can find the solution. Particularly for this type of equation we know very well CF will be the general solution only. Yes, so my general solution or CF will be, here we are having real and different root, real and distinct roots. So we will say it is C1 e to the power minus x plus C2 e to the power minus 2x plus C3 to the power minus 3x. This is the same work which we already discussed in the last lecture, right? So this is the same work, there is nothing change. Let me show you for the last question also. So for this one we are having roots as 1, 1, 1 and minus 1, right? So when we are having roots in that particular question as 1, 1, 1 and minus 1 means triple 1 we are having. So the CF will be C1 plus C2x plus C3x square. As we can say the 1, 1, 1, it means here the roots are real and repetitive. The first three roots are real and repetitive and the fourth root is real only, right? So we can conclude here C4 and it is C1 plus C2 plus C1 plus C2x plus C3x square or e to the power x only, plus we can write down C4 e to the power minus x only. So this will be the solution, guys. Okay, so I don't think that you will feel any difficulty in finding the solution. The important part in exactly in these type of equations are finding the number of roots or finding the roots only, right? So after that we can go easily for CF and PI concept. Okay, and generally these type of equations are only and only made for CF. Okay, because already these equations are lengthy to approach. Okay, it's already time taking process. So when we approach for PI also, it will be a very lengthy question. Okay, done to everyone. Now so we can have discussion on one more question for the same concept. Yeah, we can have. So let's have discussion on one more question, dear students. So we can say I do have one question. Yeah. So the question is find the solution. So complete solution we have to find out. Find the solution. Question number 4. D cube minus 4d square plus 5d minus 2 y is equals to 0. So I will not write down the second form, as you know very well what is the second form. Okay, this is nothing but the d cube d3y by dx cube minus 4d2y by dx square plus 5dy by dx minus 2y is equals to 0. Okay, yeah, so we have to find the solution only. Let's approach with the auxiliary equation first. It will be m cube minus 4m square plus 5m minus 2 is equals to 0. Now just look at the coefficients. Yes, exactly. We are having minus 2, minus 4, minus 2, that is minus 6. Again 1 plus 5, that is 6. So we can conclude here the sum of coefficient are is equals to 0. So when we are having sum of coefficient is equals to 0, sum of coefficient is equals to 0. Yes, exactly. So we can say it means m is equals to 1 is a root of this equation. Let's start with the m is equals to 1. It will be start with the coefficient of 3, right? So what is the coefficient of m cube? We will write down the coefficient of m cube will be 1. Coefficient of m square minus 4. Coefficient of m power 1 5 and the constant it is minus 2. We will write down here m is equals to 1. Let's start with 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 into 1 the same process will be 1. Minus 4 plus 1 it will be minus 3. 1 into minus 3 it will be minus 3. It will be 1 into 2 is 2. 2 into it will be 2 minus 2 plus 2 is 0 only. Yes, we can leave it. Again we can see here the sum of coefficient is equals to 0 only, guys. You can see exactly 3 minus 3 is 0. So again we can say m is equals to 1 is a coefficient of this one. Okay, m is equals to 1 is a factor of this one. It will be 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 into 1 will be 1. Minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2. Minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. Hence it will be 0. So here again we are minus 2. Again we can see we have to check whether the sum of coefficient is 0 or not. So we can conclude no, here the sum of coefficient is not at all equals to 0. So when the sum of coefficient is not equals to 0, we will approach, guys, this is a linear term. Why this is a linear term? We started with the cubic. At the first step we will get square, and at the second stage we will get linear term only. So that's why it is m minus 2 is equals to 0. We will say m is equals to 2 is a solution. Okay. So how many roots are here? We are having m is equals to 1, 1 and 2. So you can say m is equals to 1 and 2 will be the roots. So here we are having the general solution or the CF when we are having two roots similar to same roots, two same and real roots, or you can say two real and equal roots. So the general solution or the CF will be C1 plus C2x e to the power x plus for this one C3 e to the power 2x only. So this will be your final answer, my dear students. Is it clear? So we can easily approach these things, as these things are exactly very simple to approach. Okay, so I think now you are feeling comfortable with the higher order also, because for the higher order there is only and only slightly change or a single change. You can see the change is how to find the root, because for the square or for the linear term or for the quadratic equations we know how to find the solution, we know how to find the roots, but for the cubic and more, for the power 3 or more, we have to think twice that how we will approach to the solution. So that's why I approach to you each and everything. The only and only important thing in this one is these 3 points which you should follow. The first is that whenever we have a equation whose degree is greater than 3, definitely that will contain at least one linear term. That's why when it contains at least one linear term, that's why we approach for these two conclusion. If the sum of the coefficient will be 0, you will say m is equals to 1 is a factor of that one. M is equals to 1, satisfy that equation, or m minus 1 is a factor of that one. Yes. And when we conclude for if sum of all the coefficients, sum of the coefficients of even power is equals to sum of the coefficient of odd power, then you will say that m is equals to minus 1 will be a factor, or m plus 1 is a factor of that equation. Okay guys, so I think exactly these things are clear to you.